We have one case study question from the chapter quadratic equation. In this question, it says Raj and Ajay are very close friends. Both the families decide to go Ranikhet with their own car. Now, further it says that the Raj's car traveling with a speed of x. So we should know that the speed with which Raj's car is traveling is x kilometer per hour, and the speed with which the Ajay's car is traveling is 5 kilometer faster than that of Raj's car. Now, further, we can say that it's given here that Raj took 4 hours more than Ajay to complete the journey. That means we know the difference of time here, which is 4 hours. And we know the total distance covered as both the car is covering 400 kilometer per hour. If I read the first part, in the first part, they are asking what will be the distance covered by the Raj car in 2 hours, and followed by three more questions. Well, before working, since we have already observed that it is a question of quadratic equation, instead of reading their parts, we should obtain a quadratic equation first. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking, which is already given. We don't need a let statement as it is already given, the speed of Raj's car. So the speed of Raj's car, or the speed, we can write speed, right? So first we need to write down speed of Raj's car. I'm taking as x kilometer per hour. And therefore, the speed of Ajay's car, what you can see, it is 4 kilometer faster. Once again, sorry, four, not four. Raj is traveling with x kilometer per hour, but Ajay's car is 5 kilometer faster. Therefore, the speed with which Ajay's car is traveling is x plus 5 kilometer per hour. Now, as you can see that we have obtained the speed of with which both the car are traveling. One is x and other is x plus 5. Now we'll figure out that the total distance is also mentioned at same here. That is the distance. You can see that the total distance so only one distance. So it's not necessarily we may write total, simply write down the distance here. The distance covered is mentioned as 400 kilometer. Now you can figure out we are given the distance as 400 kilometer. And further, we can see that the difference in time, right? The difference between the time taken by two people here is 4 hours. So now we have got the distance here as this. And let's find out the time in both cases. Time is what? Formula for calculating the time is distance over speed. This is distance divided by speed. Now, time in the first case, say T1, right? Or we may take the time as in case of Raj. Time in case of Raj. This is Raj, is how much? Distance, which is 400, and the speed is x. As you can see that we have the distance in case of Raj is 400, and the time in speed in case of Raj is this. So it is 400 over x. And I say that, say x, say t1. I can take this as t1. Now, similarly, we can find the time in the other case, time in case of Ajay. In case of Ajay, well, the formula remains same. It is distance upon speed. And the speed in case of Ajay is x plus 5. This is x plus 5. And I took it, say, t2. Now, you can figure out that smaller the speed, greater the time taken to cover the same distance. So from these two relation, we can say that T1 is greater, right? T1 is greater. So T1 minus T2, and the difference of time, once again, I'll show you the difference of time is given as 4 hours. So we'll be writing T1 minus T2 is equal to 4. Now I'll substitute the value of T1 and T2 to obtain a quadratic equation here. We can say that T1 is 400 over x minus T2 is 400 over x plus 5 is equal to 4. Now I'm taking 400 common and I transpose it to the other side. So it will be 4 over 100. So I need to show here, let's say if I show here the working, that is taking 400 as common. From here, what is left here is 1 over x minus 1 over x plus 5. After taking common, we have 4 on the other side. Now to do the remaining part of the sum, I'll make some space here. Now we continue solving here. So if I transpose this 400 to the other side, this is equal to, if I transpose this 400 to the other side, it is 4 divided by 400 from here. And then I'll take LCM on this side. The LCM is going to be what? X multiplied by x plus 5. 1 multiplied by x plus 5 is x plus 5. 1 multiplied by x plus 5. And now minus 1 multiplied by x would give you minus x. Well, we can see that this x and minus x get cancelled 400 times. This get cancelled. Now with further simplification, we can see that we can do cross multiplication, but let's say first open this bracket, x squared plus 5x. After opening this bracket, this is 1 over 100. Now with cross multiplication, we'll get x squared plus 5x is equal to 500, which I can transpose this 500 to the left-hand side in the next step. So maybe I'll show the working properly. So this is x squared plus 5x minus 500 is equal to 0. Now, next I'm going to find the solution of x here using splitting middle term. So this is x squared minus, we need positive. So 500, we can split 500 as 25 into 20. Their difference is 5. So that means I can write this as 25x minus 20x minus 500 equals 0. Now what I did here is that I split this positive 5x as 25x minus 20x. That is by middle term splitting. So you can see that if I take x common, I'll get x plus 25. And if I take minus 20 common, it's going to be x plus 25 equals 0. So that means we have x plus 25 into x minus 20 equals 0. Equating this with 0, I'll get x is equal to minus 25. That's not possible. The speed cannot be negative. Equating this with 0, I'll get x is equal to 20. So we got the value of x. We got the value of x as 20 here. Now let's figure out what we have to do in this question. In the first part, they are asking what will be the distance covered by Ajay's car in 2 hours. So Ajay's car is, this is Ajay's car, and he's traveling. We got the speed here. We got the value of x in this case. We have calculated x as 20. X as 20 in this case. So what they are asking here is the distance traveled. So we know that distance is equal to speed into time. We know that distance is equal to speed into time. So distance, we have to find speed we got as 20 from here. And the time, they're saying in 2 hours. So it's 2 into 20, that is 40 kilometers. Yeah, it should be 40. Speed we got as 20, and the time they're asking for in 2 hours. That's the first part. The answer for the first part we got as 40 kilometers. This is 40. Now, in the next part, that is second part, it says, what is the quadratic equation found by the Raj's car, which we have already obtained. As you can see that we have obtained the quadratic equation at the bottom of the screen. This is what the quadratic equation we have obtained. I should show you once again. The quadratic equation is obtained at the bottom of the screen. This is what the quadratic equation I may write here, which is x squared plus 5x minus 500 equals 0. Now coming to the third part, it says how much time is taken by Ajay's car to travel 400 kilometers. Now, what is the speed with which Ajay's car is moving? It is x plus 5 and x is 20. So we can say this is 5, 20 plus 5, that is 25 kilometer per hour. This is the speed with which Ajay's car is moving, and they're asking for the time. What we know as time is equal to distance upon speed. Well, the distance is 400 and the speed is 25. So we can reduce it. It's 25 one times and 25 eight times, 16 times, sorry, 16 times. So time is equal to 16 hours. So we got the answer for the third part as well. And in this case, it is 16 hours. 16 hours. Now, next is the speed of Ajay's cars. They were very late in asking. We have already calculated this speed, which is 20 kilometer per hour. This is 20 kilometer per hour in this case.